So well, in grouping the test cases, okay, basically the process contains, okay, you can see multiple flows. Okay, I have pages, page 1, page 2, maybe n number of pages I can have. Okay, within that page, within using all those pages, I'm using over here in the main page, and that is a whole process, right? In start to end. Within this start to end, everything, whatever I have in here, I can use those things. Okay, so that is one flow, complete flow. Okay, and that
Okay.
complete flow I can I can run it from outside my BluePrism. I can you know export it, etc. I can do that. So suppose I have a multiple related process. So if I want to put all the related process into one group, okay, how can I do that? Suppose collections 1 and collection 2. I want to put all these collections things in one suit. Okay. So how to do that? I can create one folder. Fine. You can see right click on processes. You can see create a group.
Okay.
Right. So, and I'll be naming it collection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that it will be easily distinguished from others. Like
Yeah.
this, if I directly go to the collections, it will give me the collection 1, collection 2, and collection 3. So what I can do, just copy or just drag and drop in collection.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah. It's like a package and package has classes,
package.
something like that.
Correct. So it's a similar kind of thing. In that package, we can have a multiple things, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this is how the groupings, the test cases works,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And one more thing, I can say, let me create another group, today's group. So whatever we'll learn, we'll be writing over there. I can say 10th, right? Today is 10th. 10, what we can say?
04
Yeah, 10.04, right?
8.18
Right.
2008. Okay.
Right?
We usually go with like month first, date next, and year next.
Yes. It's a US format like MMDD and then YY, right?
Yeah.
But Indian format is something like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let me create one process. You can see you can create groups within the groups. Within this suit, we can create another suit. We can rename the group. We can delete this thing. You can
Mm-hmm.
expand and collapse if you have multiple things. Okay, let me create one process over here and let's see the name of that process is what I can say. I would say the name, one second. Okay, multi-process I would be saying. MultiCalculations. Right? And you can give some descriptions. Okay, just click on that. You can see we have multiple things. Whatever we have used is till now we used this pointer.
Pointer.
We used linked. We haven't used this block yet. Then process
Okay.
we haven't used. Pages we used, right?
Used. Yeah.
Accents
Decision
also we
used.
used.
Decision also used.
Decision used. Choice not
Mm,
used, not yet, right?
no. Calculation used.
Calculation used. Multi-calculation we haven't used yet.
Okay.
And
We use
data,
data item.
data item
Collection.
used. Collection used.
Loops.
Loops we used. Notes we haven't used, I think.
I think we like one situation we have
Yes.
used
Yes.
use.
Yes. Anchor tag
Okay.
we use that, and also we
Mhm.
used alert
Correct.
we haven't, and exceptions recover and resume. These are all the
Okay.
things we'll cover, okay, one by one.
Yeah.
Okay, so today I'm gonna cover with the multi calculations.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So basically, I'll just drag and drop this multi calculation. So when we go for multi calculations, okay, suppose there is a situation where you want to add, multiply, okay, then you want to subtract or whatever. Okay, multiple operations you want to perform. Okay, so what you have to do is, what you'll do, how you'll perform these particular actions, add, addition, then multiply and subtraction. So all the things, how can you do? You just have
I'll
to
create data items and I'll
yes,
create.
data item, then calculation stage multiple times. All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is, this one is for
Lengthy.
addition, subtraction, multiplication. With suppose I have data item,
Mm.
data 1, and this is my data 2, suppose. What is that?
Mhm.
Fine.
Data three.
Data 2, and there is another thing, result also I want. Where is the data item? Data item.
Yeah.
Fine. And this is my result. Fine. And
Mm.
it's a numeric type.
Numbers. Yeah. Initial value something 5.
Something maybe 0.
Okay.
Because it's a result. I want to store addition of this two thing into this result, subtraction of this thing into this result, something like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So my data item, data 1
This
is
number
number, and its
0.
initial value you can give anything, 10, 20.
Okay. 10.
Okay. And this is my data 2, and it is also a
5.
numeric type.
We'll just give it 5.
Any value you can give, right? That should be 5. Fine. So to calculate this thing, what I have to do is, I can write suppose addition.
A plus B.
Okay. So what I can get it, data
Data 1
1,
plus data 2.
data 1 plus,
Data 2. Store in result.
okay. So data
Yeah.
1 plus data 2. One second.
Store it in result.
Data 1 plus data 2, and you want to store in the result, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can create another by writing the addition here, and that will be created one new variable. So let's save it within this. Okay,
Okay.
and this is for my multiplication.
Mhm.
Multiply A into B.
It's into.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so
Yeah.
this one, and save it over here. Now this is my subtraction. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll say data 1 minus data 2, and I'll be saving it over here in this thing. Right?
Okay.
Now save it. So let's join these links.
We'll be getting 15, 50, and 5.
Yeah, let's run it. It's saying there is some error. Let's see where's the error. Main page error or missing link. Okay, you can see go to stage where this error occur.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it's saying it's highlighting this one. If you go to the go to stage, it will highlight it in yellow because it says you have not linked these things. Let for the timing, let's delete it now.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah.
now run it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be running it in slow mode so that I can see the result for each one. Okay, and because I'm saving all the result in the same variable, same
Yeah.
data item. Let's run it. You can see first one 15, then 50, then
Mm-hmm.
5. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
So let's see if I have to do with you know uh, 10 operations in one row. So I have to write the same thing again and again and again. All right.
Mm.
So for
Yeah.
that, I have one thing called multi-calculations stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me just remove it. Fine. And in
Mm-hmm.
here, this is a multi-calculations. Okay. So what you can do is you can click on this. Just click on this particular multi-calculations. Then this particular window will come up. So here you can give a name, multiple acts operations. Okay. Operations. So you can see in the expressions, either click on this, okay, it will come up with this particular expression editor, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
here you can give the addition, the same thing, okay, and the data to, fine, just click
Mm-hmm.
on this, and in where you want to store this value, okay, you
Okay.
want to
Result.
store in the result. This is the first operation that
Mm-hmm.
is being
We need
done.
to click on add, and we need to add
Add
another two.
another variable. Yes, that is for
Multiple calculation.
yes into data 2, and that also we can store in the result, or we can create one new also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the subtraction, fine. That's okay. Now the result would be this. Okay, so if I don't have any match actions over here, what I can do is you can okay, or you can have multiple actions over there. Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Fine. And just join the link. You can see how much space we saved.
Yeah.
Okay, zero error. Just
It's
look into this particular.
it's like reducing the code.
Yes, code reusability, something like that.
Yeah.
1 second. My screen is visible.
No, it's not visible.
1 second. Okay, now
Yeah. Now it's visible.
fine. Okay. So let me run it. You can see the result is 5. Okay, result is 5. It will calculate, and it's quite faster than the previous step. We can save all the things. Instead of result, we can create one new variable as well to store all these additions, that multiplication and subtractions. We can have multiple datas, right? Okay.
Okay.
Then if I want to what I can do is I want to take input for this particular start, that is in main, right? And the
Yeah.
previously we have seen we can take the input for this page 1, page 2, page 3 from main page, or from page 1 in page 2 also we can take something like that. We have seen that. Can
Hmm.
we take the input for this main page?
No, I think we cannot take, I guess, because this is the
Yes,
main page, right? So where
correct.
we take the input.
Correct. This is a main page. We cannot take, but yes, we can take.
Mm-hmm.
How we can take? Because our execution will start from here. Then how come? How can we
Hmm.
take input for this particular start? Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
the way that we can take is main page input. Okay. So basically, how we can take is from external file.
Okay, yeah. Like this we can take it, yeah.
Okay, from external files, or from when we like command line argument we provide, na? Like
Yeah.
when we run some Java, a particular Java code. So if we want to take that thing, some argument, if there are some parameters that need to be passed from command line, we can provide that, right, in
Yeah.
that command line.
Yes.
Similarly, in this case, when we run it, in that case, we can provide these input parameters from external source. Okay, we'll see how we can provide this thing, main page input. So for that, what I have to do is click on this start menu,
Mm-hmm.
start actions. Okay, you can see here is saying inputs. Let me add one input. You can say main input. Fine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my, let it be anything, text. Okay,
Okay.
and I will be, and text would be in this. Okay, fine, no problem. Fine. And the text will be stored in some variable. Let it be, okay, let me create like same. Okay, main input.
Mm-hmm.
I can have multiple, I can write multiple things over here. Let it be main number, and it's a number type. Fine, main number. Fine. You can see I have inputs, this thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Its initial value is not set. Its input value is a text is not set yet. Okay, so let's see how to do it.
So these two are inputs, right? Which we created.
Yes, these are the two input that will be provided from the external, and we can
Okay.
use. So these are
I
the data items, right? We can perform some actions on that.
Okay. So in start, actually you have created like two inputs, like clicking on add, and
Yes,
those two variables you'll be you have stored in one main number, and another one you in this you stored as main input, right?
yes. So
Okay.
these two things that will be provided from the external source.
Yeah.
Fine. So let me use these two in our calculations as well.
Okay.
Let me add it. Fine. So what I can do is, okay. So this is my text
Mm-hmm.
plus something like this. I can do
Yeah.
plus,
Write something. Yeah.
okay, validate. Your expression does not appear to be valid. Okay, fine. So what we can do is, you can go through this here in the text expression. Okay, you can see there is a concatenate. If you have used VB scripting, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or C sharp scripting, so in that
Mm-hmm.
case, to operate on strings, you need to use some functions available. You can see we have trim. Trim is used for like to remove any
And
space
space. Yeah.
space in outer side of that string, right?
Yeah.
So we can write something that starts with write and replace. If you want to replace something, if you want to make it in uppercase. So let do this one. Let's
Up-
make it at uppercase. Fine. And here you can see text. This main input will be providing, and that
Mm-hmm.
will be in uppercase. So just paste this text in this box, then paste it. You can see
Okay.
how it is being written. Fine.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Validate.
whatever will be input, will give the input from external, that will be in uppercase in our case, and I just want to save it in upper.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let let's make one another variable for that. Right.
Okay.
And for that thing, okay, I have number, main number, and in this main number plus I'll be doing with the result. Whatever the result, final result, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
adding that to the main number, whatever I have. Okay, like,
Okay.
let's validate it. Yes, it's a valid expressions. Then now add it, and that will total
Mm-hmm.
a result. I'll be saving those things in this total result. Fine. So you
Okay.
can see this is uppercase. Whatever I'll be having main input, you can see I'll be writing over here, and it will be here, and there is total result. What is that total?
Okay.
Total result we created. Not yet, right? Need to create the total result. Fine.
Yeah.
What is the total result? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Main number plus the result. Whatever result will come, that will be added over here. You can see that result over here. Okay. So to run it, let's run it. It will say the two error, page one start error, missing link. Okay, and let's highlight, go to the stage. Okay, let me, it's saying you have not linked it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine, we have linked it. Okay, now let's run it. How word it will say, go to this. It's saying internal failed to evaluate expression main number cannot perform plus operation when the left hand value is empty. The value is empty. We have not given anything. Initial value we have not given anything, right? For
Yeah.
total result and this main input as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for that, I need to run this particular process from the outside. Okay,
Yeah.
let me save it and close it. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So you can see multi calculations over here, and if I want to run it, and if I sorry, if I want to give that parameters I need to pass, so where I can go, I can go to the control room. Okay, so there are no processes available. These are my boards. Okay, these are my robots. Suppose I have multiple robots available over here. Okay,
Mhm.
like if you have multiple licenses. Okay, so
Mhm.
that licenses depends on how many robot you can have.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see in the sessions and how to create the multiple robot, how to run it through multiple robots. We'll see that. Don't worry. So for the time being, I have one robot only with me,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that is my PC. That is Observe PC. So this is state is idle. Session in info is saying no sessions available now. Okay, and connections, yes, it's connected. Fine. And in this section available processes, it's saying if you have available process over here, you can drag and drop the process on the resources. These are the resources.
Mm-hmm.
These are my resources. Okay, so once you have process over here, you can drag and drop in this particular process, but I don't have any process available in this section. So how can I get those process to be available in my control studio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how I can do is go to my studio. Okay, go to that sections, then click on that process, and here, okay, double click. Okay, in this case, you can see here something is publish this process to control room. If you
Okay.
publish it, then only you can be able to see this particular whole process in control room.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, click on this checkbox, publish this process to control room. This is more important.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that. Now you can see there is a right symbol. Okay, over here.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah.
it's being published.
Okay.
You can use externally.
Okay. Because we haven't created the variables, right? From, I mean, we didn't take the inputs from the external, right? So that's what we are not able to run the process, right?
Correct, 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 correct. If you want to, let's go to the control room. We have published it. Now go to
Mm-hmm.
control room. You can see the
Yeah.
process is available over here.
Yes.
Okay. So what you can do is just drag and drop the process into this resource.
Okay.
Okay. What it will do, it will be available over here. And it will
Okay.
say what is the process ID, what is the process name, what is the resource, which resource you want to run. Suppose you have multiple resources, multiple boards over here. Okay, so that name will come over here, and who is the user. Okay, this is the admin one. I am logged in with the admin. Okay, and what is the status? It's a pending status. And was the start time this and end time is nothing, but because it's a pending. So what you have to do is to run this particular process, you need to right click on that, then start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's
Okay.
see. Let's start it, and it's saying you need to give two
Inputs.
inputs. Correct. So we have
Yeah.
taken the inputs. We have given the inputs over there, right?
Yeah.
Fine. So
We give
let
we
me
give some any we can give any of the inputs, right?
any inputs, like it's a text type. First one was text, or you can just click on this. Here you can write within this double
Oh,
quote. You need to write
okay, okay,
my text.
okay,
Fine. So here the text we can write, and here input is 100. Okay.
okay. Start.
Then start it.
Okay.
Fine. Now you can see the process is being completed, and it should be
Mhm.
1 second. Okay. Uh, Status is now completed.
Mm-hmm.
You can see status is now completed.
Completed.
Just right click on that. You can see the logs. Okay.
Okay.
The logs is being generated over here. Okay. It's you can see it's saying undefined stage first, the create session log, then start from start to end. You can see start, then we have multiple calculations. You can view step one, step two, how it
Okay,
has
okay,
done all the things. Okay, the
okay.
output is the step one. In step one, the number was 15, and step two there was 50, because we have multiple calculations over here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So that thing you can see, and
Mm-hmm.
there was step four text, my text we have just entered. Yes, this text is now uppercase, right? We have written
Yes.
something like whatever we'll provide here, that will be in uppercase.
Yeah.
Fine, and this is the number. Result was 5, and plus we have given 100 as a input.
Mm-hmm.
From here we have given 100 as an input, right?
Yes, I remember.
And the result was 5 in that. The final
Five.
result in calculation
Oh,
was 5,
oh, not.
5, right? We'll see that. You can see my text and 100. Okay, that becomes 105, and the my text in the uppercase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the log. Like if you have if you want to, if there is any issues with it, with any of the steps, you can go ahead and check in this particular
Mm-hmm.
logs. Okay,
Okay.
you can see it in a grid view or list view, like this way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And also you can export the logs, or you can just copy the selected cells, copy all. If you want to do that, you can do it. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to search anything in this particular log,
Mm-hmm.
you can do that as well. Like was the match cases, highlights. Suppose there are 1,000 lines of logs available over here, so you'll be confused, and you'll be go down and down and down to search that particular line. So it's better to use find these particular things, right? And use some mix and match criteria. You can provide more criteria over here.
Mm.
Okay, and that will be suppose I want to select only input. Let's see how it works.
Okay.
Okay, you can see input in which all are the steps contains the input, that will be highlighted.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
You want to clear, then you can just clear the highlighted one.
Okay.
This is my grid view.
Okay.
Fine. Understood how these things works. And one more thing, you can view the process. Go from here, you can directly view the process.
Mm-hmm.
Just right click on this. Okay,
View process.
view process. You can see now. uh, Fine. So If you want to do some operations on that, you can then go ahead and do it. Likewise, whatever you want to use, you can do it from here as well. Like if I want to create any page, okay, so that page can be referenced over here multiple times. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that can be done. And one more thing, suppose, okay, one more thing I'll be doing is, let's go to studio again, and in this case I'll be creating one more process. I'll be calling it as the
Okay.
process demo. Fine. So let me go ahead and create one process. Okay, let me create one more new page.
Okay.
Fine. And here, let's do some simple calculations. Okay, I'll be doing this calculation,
Mm-hmm.
and here, let me create. Let me just create one. I have one text.
I think we need to have like data items, right?
Yes, we can have. Or suppose I have text
Okay.
demo, and I want to save it with something. My text.
Okay.
Let me create one data item. So this text will be saved into this particular thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and let me, you can have a data item or you can just save it somewhere. Right? If I link it,
Mm-hmm.
saying the error, you need to, in main page missing link is there. Let's do it.
Okay.
Zero error. Okay. So let me run it. So there is no reference available over here. So for that, I need to create one page to execute this particular thing, right?
Yeah. Create a reference.
Need to create one reference, create a reference of that page one.
Finish.
Now
That's it.
let's join it.
Now reset it and run it.
Right? Let's see how it works. Okay, text demo you can see in
Mm-hmm.
here, right?
Yeah.
You can do anything, like if you want to
Mm-hmm.
modify these things. One second. Or you can see, or you can create one another calculation stage in here to operate anything on this particular string. So let me create one more calculation stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me take this input, or what I'll be doing, you can just go through this text. Okay, if you want to do anything, like I want to make it in a lower case, or if I want to replace with this text, my text, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to replace my text to a string pattern to be replaced. Which pattern you want to replace? Okay, let's see something like this. Let's see.
Okay.
1 second. So replace with, you can see this is my text, and the text to be checked against, replace with anything you can write. Okay, you can see it starts with my text, or starts with, or replace with, whatever.
Okay.
I would say, if I would say replace with, what is the replace one? The same thing, same way we can write. Okay, replace with ups. Fine, just paste it, and it will be over here. Let me remove the first one. Fine, and the new text. So it's saying the pattern is something. Is it valid now? If you replace this, it's validate. Your expression does not appear to be a valid. Why it is? Because data item must be between and, text must be between and. The function should be in form of function name. Fine. So it says something you need to write like and operator. Within that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
The pattern is, okay, replace. Okay. I have used multiple times. Fine. So what I can do, I just remove this, or remove from here as well. So you can do a lot of things from here. Okay. Suppose I want to use, okay, so this is my text. I want to return 3 characters from the left. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and I want to save it in somewhere length.
Okay.
Okay,
Have you used like len function, len?
1 second. No, it's for left, right? From the left
Mm-hmm.
of this particular text, it will return me only 2 characters.
How did you write the expression? Did you write it manually, or it's automatically taken?
It is automatically taken. If you want to write it manually, that also is possible. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
just select these available functions within this text.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have like character, concatenate, ends with, in string, left, length. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
lower, then middle of that particular string we can find out. We can find out the right, from the what are the present on the right side, on the left side, trimming, etc. Okay, just practice with all the functions available, so you can
Mm-hmm.
get to know a lot of things.
Okay.
Fine. So in this case, I'm writing for the left, whatever the character present in the left side. I'm just getting those things in a length data item. Just create one more data item over here, and that is for length. Not length, it's a left. Okay, from the left side, whatever character present, it will return up to 2 characters.
Okay.
Got it? Now
Yeah.
just click on that. So this calculation stage is done. Let's link it.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And I have this page also referenced.
Mm-hmm.
Let me run it. Any error? No. Let's see. Okay, so you can see
Yeah.
here
T
TE
T.
is the text that written from the left side and
Yeah.
two characters, right? Got it?
Yes. Yes.
So suppose instead of this, one second, if I can write the process stage, how it works. You can see the whole process. Okay, sorry. I
The whole process are visible. So in that, from that, we
yes,
can
yes.
pick any of them and can execute, I guess.
Correct. So in here, the page is my page. That let it be the whole process. Okay, suppose I have multiple processes over here. Okay, if I
Mhm.
want to include some processes within this particular process, that also can be done. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
that means your existing process you can work on, and in your
And
process,
also,
and you,
check the process, external process.
yes, in your this thing you can have process multi-calculation, suppose, and here is
Okay.
saying you have input, so you need to give the input parameter. Okay, so you need to provide input, otherwise it will not work. Let's give the input parameter. So input is, maybe we can give,
5.
okay, one second.
Is it a number or it's a text? How do you know it's a...
It's saying data type is text, right?
Okay. Got it. Yeah. So just type it something.
Demo test. Fine, number is 100.
Okay.
Fine. Now, okay.
Now
Now
run.
run it. Let's see how the things works. Demo, then length. Then it will go to the process. Okay, and it ended. So that means everything was fine. Okay, one second. We can get the logs for these particular things. Let's see. Okay, instead of dragging and dropping all the things, you can do one more thing. Okay, if for pointer you can just click on F2 from your keyboard, you can be able to point. If you want to link something, you can just press F3. Okay, that would be fine. And if you are doing some actions stage, you just click on F4. So let's see if I'm okay. Just see, just pressing F4. Now you can able to perform some actions.
Okay. What do you perform in action?
Sorry.
What do we perform in actions?
Okay, so in actions, like if you are doing something to interacting some particular application, we'll see it in Object Studio. This is
Okay.
more important in Object Studio. Okay, you can see there is an input and output. There is some business object. So I'll be talking more about these actions. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
so that will be used in our Object Studio.
When interacting with the applications, I guess.
Yes. We will see more about that. Fine. So process like it works like this. And one second, one thing. Okay. So you can see the logs generator over here. Okay, for this particular thing. Got it?
Yeah.
You can see the logs. We have run this particular process in this timing. The all logs available over here. So the timing 4/10/2019, 6:58. Now it's 7 a.m. So 2 minutes ago we ran this program, right? You can see the start calculation, and I have given the text demo, and it will return me the text ATE, and then end. The first one is end, and then process started for the second one. Okay, so you can see start, then multiplication. Okay, let's see multiple calculations, how it works. Demo text I have given, right?
Yeah.
And it was 15.5, then the number was, the output was 105. So it's working as expected.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
So logs you can find in these sections from here.
Okay.
Okay, just click on that, you'll get the logs. And if you
Yeah.
want to search in the logs also, you can get in this way also.
Okay.
Okay, in the grid view and in this view also. Fine.
Yeah.
So that's it for today.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see more things in the next class.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
day after
Yeah.
tomorrow. Fine.
Yeah.
We'll then
I mean,
connect.
understood at today's class. It's understandable.
It's
Once
good,
I
right?
find time, yeah, once I find time, once I practice, I'll be able to get all this.
Yes, yes, yes.